how you should actually pick your partner. And then I know it's kind of personal, kind of relative to people, how you decide whatever partner you want. But I want you to think about, okay, what's the general ground rule, what's the general ground process, and then how to create that environment. Because you have said it on this podcast, and I understood that the fact that if somebody is not opening up to you, it means maybe they don't feel safe. Maybe they don't feel safe, So how do you create that environment, and then we move to the next thing?
This is a master class of toasting or whatever it is. Okay, so I think that one of the guiding principles that has always guided me, and I think I've posted this online before. So there were some years ago, I was in this group of men, very older Igbo men. They were having conversations about their wives. They married, and of all of them, the beauty around it is that they are experiencing marriage in different way. Now, one thing that the only person that had regret in that group was someone that married someone slightly younger than them. And that was coming from a place of, it's like everything is left with him. She's not obviously at the certain stage in life where he is, and all of that. And that was really depressing. And, these other guys, older, they married women that were in their age range. But about two of them in that group during that conversation, their wives were their age mates. I think there was another one that the wife was older. When they were sharing insights, right, it made me understand that one of the mistakes that as a young man or even a young lady building for a relationship is, especially when it's not something that is fleeting that you're building, and again, someone that's listening to this might say, oh, okay, I'm just doing this one. When I get there, I will pick a serious one. No, you won't. If you've made that mistake once, you've made that mistake twice, you're going to continue likely making that mistake. Now, one of the things that they shared that really stood out for me was that the ones that had it better made their choices based on not where they were in life. They made their choices where they can go, right? They can become super rich tomorrow. They can move to a certain, space, a certain country, a certain location. They can build a certain business. They can be in a certain space and all of that. And the person that they built would still be appropriate for them, right? Now, so what that means is that when picking a relationship, right, you're not picking to date someone for others. So you're not dating someone for the attraction of others, right? And someone listening would say, oh, but I want my wife to be always, looking peng and all of that. Yes, for a man and a woman to look peng, they can always look peng when there's money, right? Everything can be cleaned up. The attires can be cleaned up, the hair can be redone. Even though I'm not an advocate for making for some kind of surgeries that is going around these days. If you don't have beard as a man now, they can fix beard for you, and in fact it will grow out naturally. If you're losing hair, if you make some kind of money and travel to Turkey, you can get your hair fixed, and then your hair will start growing. You're no longer my bald uncles back in the day that only hair used to grow one line of the back of their hair. You're a lady and maybe your nose is somehow, they can get it fixed. Let's forget about the breast and the buttocks one and the shape and everything that is done now, right? People need to build for where they are going, and we're picking someone. It's not just about and this is I'm not also talking about physical beauty. So you're not building for people to be to admire what you have, and it looks like a flex for you, either as a man or as the girl. But you need to build for where you're going. When the curtains are closed and you're inside your house, you're enjoying what you both have, right? You need to build to a place where you need to hold yourself accountable to a certain sense. So you need to do very maybe stressful things and make very stressful decisions, and that person can still build with you. You need to build where you have, to make certain life decisions, values are aligned to make certain decisions. For some people, they will start picking that they want to pick someone that is from their culture. I really don't see that as a metric of success. They want to pick someone that likes all the things that they like. I really personally don't see that as a metric of success. In fact, when you can respect the differences between two people, when two people can respect the differences between themselves, I see that they can highly, even go further in so many examples I've seen. So where, Madam likes XYZ, or guy likes XYZ, or the young man that is dating likes XYZ, she likes XYZ. Can they in their likings accommodate you, and can you in your likings accommodate them, and continue to learn those things that they like, and build towards that. Obviously, if you're a Christian, if you're a Muslim, certain things from a cultural perspective might come to play. But one of the ultimate things I tell people is, when picking someone, make sure it's for you. Make sure it's for where you are, present, future, and beyond the future. And if you don't know what that future is, it's also okay, because one thing about the future is constantly changing. But one thing that wouldn't change with the future is your values. If you're a person of integrity, in the future you should and can continue to be a person of integrity. If you're a person that is loving, open arms, always open to learning and communicating, in the future you would always be someone that is learning and communicating and learning to improve that communication. If you're someone that is really humble, that doesn't learn, let things get to your head. Yes, all of us get going for head. Some buttons can lose sometimes, but more consistently, like we had said earlier, you're someone that has that value where you're calm, you're humble, you give the other person their due, and they give you your due. You can always be that person. Every other thing can change, where you would live, how your face looks, how your broad shoulders will mature, maybe because you started going to the gym and building your flat ass or building your shape as a woman. All of that constant can obviously change based on the work that you do in those areas, from all of that. But the value system that is at the core of being a great human being, being a decent human being, being someone that is lovable, that is understandable, that can take lessons, that can when the partner says, oh, this is wrong, both of you can argue about it, but you arrive at the place where you're wrong and you accept that wrong, and then it's not that it is humbling. And when you're the person that is also telling it to this person, it's not like you're humbling them, it's that you want them to grow, you want them, and sometimes they might take them time to really learn those things. You're also patient enough for you to continue to communicate in the way that helps them grow into that person. Will be some of the things I will point out from a value system point of view for anyone that is looking for to make such life choices.
Thank you so much, Princewill. I'm just
Thank
here
you.
taking those things in.
Thank you.
How to pen down some things that I actually need for myself.